Hey, goddammit! Let me in! Goddammit, open this door! Jesus, put the damn door open! Let me in! There! Finally made it in. Hey, Diep, you forgot something! First episode! I promised these people something you did not deliver! God damn it! I demand you put it up right now! I didn't do this shit for nothing, not for my fun. Why the fuck would I go to Amsterdam for my fun? I made a bet and I'm goddamn paying my debt! Now show the damn video! And the screenshot! Do it! Get to it! Now!
My friendly JAWAs, I kept my promise. Welcome to fucking Amsterdam. And like I said, Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's where the money goes.
Welcome to how the podcast runs now. Things have changed drastically.
Welcome
Yeah,
to the
I don't know.
welcome to the filler crew.
Actually, this is true. The filler crew is in full force here now.
Seems pretty apocalyptic.
Yeah, well,
Well, let's just say we've gotten less serious and more about just having fun.
we won't be recording in episode 6 with this crew, but in episode 666. Don't ask, just go with it.
So I guess I would just say it. It's like how episode 1 went. Even though in episode 1 we're about 15 minutes in before I said it. So welcome to the JAWA podcast. This is season 7. Episode 4. I had to scroll up and take a look at that. And today I am joined by Jazzy,
Yo.
Pepsi,
Hey.
and Jasp, who kicked the door down and demanded to stay.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Oh, hi guys.
You know, you just kind of went back into character while people have been seeing you out of character the entire time.
Yeah, shut up. Details. Screw.
It's not, I guess, worry about the small things.
Welcome to another filler episode, huh?
Well, the only filler we continue to have it be filler, because I have a lot of things typed out.
That's good.
So, Jazzy, where have you been all this time since you were last on season 6, episode 5?
Well, I had kind of a nasty fight with a giant snake. It was a basilisk, and then it ripped my face off, and then it cut me in half. So I was actually down in the underworld. You know, I was a big surprise. I got to the underworld instead of the heavens. But you know, whatever. I was like, whatever. I got to work with this. So I was like fighting my way through. Eventually, I was like, okay, am I just going to be doomed to be like in the underworld the whole time, or am I going to actually be able to go back to Earth? And eventually I found out that if I fought my way through the rings of hell, then eventually I would be able to go back after defeating Satan himself. In other words, I was finishing up school, and I also had a lot of I had a lot of work. I am fully degreed up now. I'm officially a Bachelor of Fine Arts, which is pretty cool. So I was, I mean, now I'm out of school and I'm still doing a lot of music, and a lot of my focus is like to be productive career-wise. So initially I was wrestling with the idea of maybe quitting games altogether and just only doing music. But then I realized that like games are such a big part of my interests. So I was like, I have to continue this, and Jedi Academy, there's already, or rather, I don't know, maybe as selfish as it sounds, I felt like I already had a large friend base on the game. So I was like, well, this is a good place to start for my online networking thing, and it's a good way to promote myself and do stuff that will serve my best interests while still being able to play games. So it's not like, it's a productive, so like actually in a way Jedi Academy has turned into something that is work for me as opposed to just fun, you know. Like, I mean, obviously it's fun, but it's something that I that it serves as an outlet for what I actually really want to be doing in the future, which is to be involved in gaming as an industry or as an esport, commentating, hosting, streaming, whatever, in addition to doing my music stuff on the side. So I'm back, but I'm back in a more professional vein, per se, than I was before.
And do you plan on sticking around the podcast like for a while instead of this will be the only episode you do and then we'll never see you again for like another year?
I mean, I don't know. I devote 2 windows of time per week for Jedi Academy, which obviously is predominantly JAWA related stuff. So it's Wednesdays and Sundays. Podcast, I'm always down to talk on a podcast because this, like I said, is directly relevant to my career path and to my goals. And so being able to talk and to be able to be like a quote unquote online personality to whatever degree is something that I do value. Therefore, if I'm called upon, I'm happy to take part in this podcast.
Well, I am so sorry you want to be professional. This is not the place anymore.
It's fine.
Things changed, man.
It's okay. We have the Twitch team now to be professional, so this can be more of a hang,
I mean, Nightwing tries to keep it professional, but, mostly the people he's paired with make sure it's, killing him with laughter so he can't be professional.
I think laughter and silliness is still professional. As long as... I think what's unprofessional is disorganizedness. As long as it's organized, it can be as silly and as funny and entertaining as possible.
Yeah.
And you clearly have organization. Like, there's a layout here and stuff, so I think it's still possible.
Please, Jazzy, do not watch season 6. I did not care whatsoever anymore for some reason. I had no layout. I winged
Neither did
every
anyone. Neither did anyone.
Nightwing was the only one who did layouts and stuff. Like, for some reason, season 6 was the point where I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna wing every episode I host, and it was bad. So I'll just say this: like, I never seen Chemist post in the recent topic for the episode 3 saying, like, Iron said every episode was fun and whatnot. And Chemist says, tell me which episodes are not fun and whatnot, and I would never watch it. So Chemist, season 6, whatever episodes I hosted, please do not watch them. Don't. I did not. I honestly did not have fun doing them. I felt like my hosting days were over by the end of that season.
And here you are, back for more.
Well, because I'm actually doing layouts again. So, you at least have something to keep you on track whenever you're going off track.
Right. Yeah, I'm always about layouts. Like I said, I'm all about that organized life, but that isn't to say not fun, but, I like having a formula.
I like how for episode 2, when Nightwing was hosting, I actually wrote that layout out, so Nightwing's like, I'm talking about this because I was basically told to talk about these things. So episode 3, when he hosted again, I said, you know what, you just do the layout because you seem to like doing the layouts yourself whenever you're hosting.
Oh no, I have no issue with other people doing layouts at all. I actually prefer other people to do the layouts because I just like talking.
Oh yeah, but for Nightwing, I think it's better if Nightwing does it himself because
yes,
he knows things even I don't know, so it's better that way.
Of course, yeah.
So
You say what you want though, but episode 3, despite the complete madness, I think almost all the topics that we were gonna cover were covered.
yeah, but Nightwing switched it all around. I was typing in the background, I'm changing it every time.
Yeah, that's a detail. Covered it all.
But yeah, at least we covered everything in the process of everybody pretty much dying on that episode. Me included. People just didn't hear me in the background, and you guys didn't hear me because I kind of just stood up and walked away.
That's one of the rare few moments I think I even died.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever heard you just completely in laughter, like you just couldn't handle it either.
That's the first. It really was amazing. I heard it back a few times and I was like, okay, I get it. This is nuts.
No.
I mean, we had chaos in season 6, and I remember you have quite a layout for us, and it turned into such a nightmare where we started talking about a transformer underwater to America or whatever. I was like, okay, where did we go wrong?
We went wrong in every aspect.
That went totally. I mean, that went ape shit. But
Yeah, that was something else.
we seem to have more structure now. Even as a filler episode, episode 1 was rather structured, I think.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I will say though, Jazzy, the episode that you're in, like I think might have been the last one or the one before that, has the favorite title I've made for the episode, which was you. Was when I think it was you saying he was like a level 50 sandwich maker. That is my favorite title of all time, putting in for a podcast.
I remember that one now. Yeah, that's funny. Top tier sandwich. That's a A tier sandwich right there.
Sandwich maker.
In WoW terms, now he must be a level 100 sandwich maker.
110 now.
Oh,
Multiple
100.
kinds of cheese.
Yeah, my sandwich level is significantly lower, but my omelet level is at least 83 now.
Yeah,
I've been really good at making omelets recently.
Yeah, I've been practicing cooking omelets recently too. I've been having an omelet for breakfast
Wow.
every morning.
Next podcast should be an ode to the omelet. JAWA
You and me.
podcast.
On the cooking contest.
Yeah, only talking about cooking, taking pictures of omelets.
Cooking with Jazzy and Tiap.
Cooking
That would
an
be
omelet?
hilarious.
Wait, cooking an omelet? Wait. No, cooking is... Wait. Oh, that's boiling in English, of course. I was like, cooking? Are you kidding me? That's not gonna end well. But cooking here and cooking there, that's translation error there, my bad.
Oh yeah.
I was going through my mind. How are you gonna make an omelet in water and boil it? How?
A poached omelet.
Oh my god.
That's
Oh my
why they're
God.
such high-level omelet makers. They can actually do that.
Wow. Well, Diab, we gotta certainly make omelets great again.
Yep. If Trump's gonna make America great again, we need to make omelets great again.
Omelets will make America great again.
All right.
Alright, so quick mention, the forums were acting pretty like weird from November 6th and 7th. Like I think a lot of people noticed it where you couldn't really post anything, or could you edit your own posts?
Hey,
Any of you experienced that? Like you checked the forums to try to do anything?
that was 6th.
Yeah. I don't think it really affected me.
Well,
I'm like dirt tier forums.
Level 1
Like,
forum poster.
I'm like level 1 forums. So I wouldn't know.
yeah, it was driving me crazy because not only was I trying to edit some mistakes on the episode information topic for the podcast, but episode 3 was supposed to be released like very soon, and I couldn't do anything about it.
So episode
that's-
3 killed everyone who was participating, including the forums?
Apparently, just its mere presence of knowing it was supposed to be released killed the forums, I'm guessing. The forums were like, no, you shall not post this.
You shall not post.
But good thing it fixed in the morning when I woke up, because if it didn't fix, I was just going to give up.
Give up on.
Well, just give up. I probably was just going to post the link in Discord and tell people you guys want to watch it. Here you go.
That's a lame way to present it.
Well,
Hey guys,
yeah.
podcast. Click
Well,
link.
you can't post it in a topic, and I was probably just gonna ask Nightwing to low key change the video in the media bar to the next episode, and I was probably just gonna post it on Discord and tell people who want to watch it. There it is.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But good thing it fixed, so I was able to do it officially and everything. Even though I don't know if many people even look at the topic, they probably look at the media bar and see if there's a new episode out.
As long as they're watching.
Or if people are subscribed, they usually see it out earlier because I make it public like maybe like an hour before Nightwing actually moves the topic into announcements.
What I wonder though is, do they actually watch it or are they just listening to this on the background? Because you added some weird stuff in there sometimes. I'm actually paying attention, so I'm like, okay, that's kind of
Well,
funny.
you can tell there are people who watch it when they request more things to it.
Yeah, of course.
Which still I don't understand. You should just be listening to the background. Why are you staring at what I put up? Reason why I put
Right.
it up, the only reason why I put things up on it now, and it's not just a blank screen of just audio,
Right.
is because
Well, I
people
think
do look at it.
right. That I guess that is what a podcast is, right? It needs to. You're not supposed to like be watching intently.
I blame you, Jazzy. You started this all with your webcam. And,
It wasn't my idea to be on webcam.
and I'm guessing people are going to be like, oh, why wasn't Jazzy on webcam? Because we're on Discord.
Well, it's because I'm on the Twitch team now. I have plenty of webcam time.
Yeah, if you want to see Jazzy in his face, you can go watch Twitch.
Yeah, it just mean it's annoying because it just means I'd have to wear clothes.
TMI.
I have no
And,
problem.
and,
just kidding.
and on a side note, you don't need to wear them. It's just
Well,
It's recommended, not.
It's helpful.
as long as you're
forced.
just wearing a shirt, I don't think people care if you're wearing nothing on the bottom because they can't see it. People don't need to know that. You don't have to tell them that. You know, people just assume that you're wearing hats or something.
Why?
It gives you a boost of confidence. You know something that they don't.
Why are you giving him ideas?
Oh no, I'm way ahead of this already, man.
Oh
See?
shit.
I'm just confirming things here.
Oh, so it's all true. Okay.
You know, people say that about female streamers, but it's the male streamers are actually doing.
Oh my god.
Well, are we wearing clothes right now? Just to check. I mean, nobody's
yeah.
watching.
Yeah, I have clothes check on me right now. Everything.
Just a boxer short doesn't count, man.
No, I'm wearing shorts. I'm wearing a shirt. Man, I'm sweating in here because I have to turn off the fan and everything for noise.
It's super hot in this room also.
Perhaps
You wonder why you're not wearing anything.
Perhaps you're way too quiet for this.
What? Oh, I'm also wearing clothes, and it is warm in this room.
Well, so
Are you disappointed, Jazz?
I'm not a little bummed out. I'm the only one here that's. Oh shit! I thought we were doing this.
No.
Eh, well, fine. I'll put my shirt back on. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Did you just take something off, Jazz?
I'll leave it to your own imagination, man.
TMI?
No, that was. Oh yeah, it's funny. Sometimes the least amount of information actually is the most too much information.
I know, right?
I also just failed to create a sentence.
Don't we all?
As educated as we are, as we get older, we learn that all this education doesn't matter. We start making mistakes left and right in everything.
It's true. Bowser again in 2016.
Eh,
I was making a. Never mind.
right.
You're making everyone curious now.
No, I was making. I want to avoid as much political anything as possible.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I was
yeah,
saying, on a pure aesthetic level, Trump and Pence look kind of like Bowser and Ganondorf.
Oh my god, you're right.
I know, right? It's pretty insane. It's like, wow.
Well, people need to Photoshop that now.
I'm already a step ahead of you.
This is gonna be posted on the end of it. I'm pretty sure, or it's gonna be posted in the topics. We're gonna see a lot of
Bowser
Okay.
again in 26. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sick of the week. Sick of the week team.
I think it's fine if that's as far as we venture into politics on this particular episode.
Yeah. That's
Well, yeah.
Yeah, this will cover.
Anyway.
Or not.
Pepsi, I voted for you for best skin. for the JAWA honors.
Oh, thank you.
You forgot
Really?
mine again.
Well, moving on. Recently we had one renewed alliance and one retired alliance.
Yes.
AZ renewed their alliance with us because they've gotten more
AZ.
active again.
That's awesome. I have seen some of them around.
And
It's funny, I've only seen them on the KR server, but I have seen them, so that's cool.
and
Welcome
those,
back to the Alliance.
yeah, welcome back.
Or something.
Though sadly, AOF had to be retired due to their severe inactivity, despite all
Yeah.
the help that we've been giving them and whatnot.
I think that was kind of a long time coming.
Yeah,
They were really a great bunch of people, and I mean they are. I mean we have Matoro now, but they had a really cool thing going, but they've just been struggling a little bit with activity for the last few years. So I think it's kind of overdue.
Not to
Yeah.
mention that Irish disappeared and whatnot, and I heard last
Oh
week
really?
that I last heard that he refused to, I guess, give up the leadership position, so they kind of had to just take over, like by themselves type of thing. Like they had to forcefully take it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know the full story, but yeah, I guess for them it's just been really hard to rebuild things, so they just got inactive.
I think in general, 99% of all the clans that have had issues in Jedi Academy, it's because of an inactive leadership. Truly, like in my experience, like 99% of the clans where something goes wrong, it's because of an inactive leadership or an imbalance in rankings of members.
That is true.
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, we're pretty lucky to have had
Yeah.
our clan last for as long as it has.
Well, it's because I mean, I'm sure everybody has mixed feelings on everything, but one thing that we can say undisputably about Link is that he definitely has always prioritized the clan over himself and his title. And, like, it's really important, I think, for the success of the clan that he's done that. Like, there was that long period of time where he wasn't even leader, right? He's stepped down from leader multiple times throughout history and, like, appointed other equally active leaders. And, like, I think that's something that he, along with JAWA, does very well. And a lot of other clans, it's just like a leader's like, oh, I'll just take off for a while, and but like, and in principle, it's not that bad of an idea, but the reality of it is, no, like you really got to have an active leader,
Yeah.
Well, we have two leaders now, two active leaders.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's also very good because I think it's cool to have multiple leaders because that way it's like, not everybody's gonna feel as comfortable with one over the other, right? So it's really cool to have both of them because they're in contact with each other, but the members can kind of choose who they bring things up to based on how they feel, and I think that's a very good thing.
It's almost like I think the older members are more comfortable with both, while I think the newer members sort of, I guess they're I don't know, they seem more, I would assume, more comfortable with Nightwing because Link has that
Right.
presence about him. But us
Yeah,
knowing how
I mean,
Link
there's
is,
definitely- I think there's for me, I mean, I'm just closer to Nightwing, so obviously, like, I'm closer friends with Nightwing in the current state of things, so I would probably talk to him, but there's definitely issues where I feel like I would go to Link first also.
both of them are better to handle certain situations.
Yeah, and that's good too, because you don't want them to just be the same person.
Like I would say Link is better when in like situations where you need security and whatnot because he is the best person to lay down the hammer if needed.
Yeah, he's like bad cop, and Nightwing's like good cop.
That's actually the best way to look at it. Our leaders are good cop and bad cop. choose who fits your situation.
Yeah.
Well, it works though, doesn't it? I mean, I've worked with Link a whole lot in 2000, I don't know when, frick. But yeah, he back then and still, if you wanted to argue with a guy, he'd win. But if you had something that you wanted to have sorted, Yeah, it has solutions. He always did.
Yeah.
Not saying Nightwing doesn't, but there's different approaches, I guess.
Definitely. I mean, experience obviously carries some value in plenty of situations, and like Link is the most qualified person with that experience by far.
Yeah, but let's not. I mean, Nightwing has been picked by Link to follow up and has done a great job. Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
he's,
I mean,
he's
at
had
this
shit
point,
tossed at him, and he's standing.
at this point, I don't think any new members joining JAWA will think of either of them as more or less than the other, which I think was Link's original intention, and that's Nightwing's intention. It's the intention of the council and the leadership in general, and I think it's important that if you're going to have two people leading one thing with the same title and presumably equal authority, that they're not favorited or prioritized in that sense, And they do a really good job of keeping that balance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was, and maybe some others. We were used to Link running the whole shebang. I mean, back in 2006 when I first joined, there were other leaders like Mario. I think Draggy was either leader or council. Later, we had a return of Cal, but Link just always managed to stand out from that because he kept things going and etc. etc. Well, I'm not gonna read out the whole history here. So I'm too used to him being the one guy in charge, and when Nightwing was promoted to leader as well, I was like, is this gonna be a temporary thing? How is this gonna work out? And well, it worked out excellent. Better than I had in mind, so yes.
This is
okay. That sounds negative. I know that's not what I meant.
No. I was just saying this. It's funny. I just realized this is a podcast of lots of very old JAWA veterans.
Oh,
all of us have been here so long.
shut up, newbie. I think I outrank every one of you. I'm not sure though.
Well, by constant being in JAWA, though, do you outrank us?
If you go for cumulative, if you go on cumulative time in JAWA, I think you and I actually have more. And I have more than Pepsi and Jasp. Yeah, but if you look at the timeline itself, I think definitely Jasp. Well, I don't actually. Pepsi was a master when I joined, which was like 7 years ago. So I don't even know.
Yeah, I joined. I joined back in I think December 2006, but I think I actually became a member in January, maybe. I don't know. It's been
okay. Yeah. So when did you first come along, Jasp?
First time I joined JAWA was around late August 2006, so I have Pepsi beat by a few months here.
Nice.
Not a competition.
Everything's a competition, man.
Not anymore.
well, let's be honest here. We're all ancients right here.
Yeah, we've all been here. So
we belong in a museum.
Get off my lawn, darn kids.
That should be a rank, dude. They should just give us the ancient rank.
should just give us dust. We just dust. We're that old. We just touch us. We burst into dust.
They have to give all of our skins like really old, ripped up robes.
Hey, Jazzy, high five. Jazzy? Jazzy!
Constantly being at 1 HP at all times.
Jedi Academy, hard mode.
Exactly.
1 HP. Dual erase Jasp. 1 HP only.
Someone accidentally grapples us. We both one grapple.
Accidentally flip kick you.
Labor! Killer!
Get off my darn server, you darn kids.
Yeah, huh? My server? I didn't know I paid for it. But can you imagine though, for those who've played Call of Duty or that kind of games, when you're low health, you see that red extra thing around your screen and all that. We would barely be able to see a small spot of actual visual without any red stuff around it. That's how near death we kind of. That's
Oh,
how
that's really
ancient.
I get the analogy. I understand.
So what I'm trying to get here is because we've been here for so long that we are pretty much on our deathbeds right now.
I don't know.
This is beyond retired.
Yeah, I feel like if we were on our deathbeds, that would have passed years ago. At this point, we're just chilling in the afterlife.
So wait,
yeah,
we're
I
not
thought
even
you said
ancients at this
that.
point. We're just spirits.
We're just dead.
Corpse. Greg New Greg corpse.
Yeah, we need some fresh blood in here, man.
What, on the podcast?
Wait, are we vampires now?
Dude, see,
We
yeah,
are
we could
undead.
we could go on forever about this. Yo, that should be, you should name it Old Timers podcast episode for season 7.
Ancient
JAWA,
dust.
Ancient dust.
That's all we are nowadays. We're just the dust that gets swept left and right, but they never throw us away. They just have to keep us in one pile so we don't blow away.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing talking piles of dust with those googly eyes and a mouth.
We should-
somewhere like,
You know what would be funny for an episode on the podcast? I just got this idea, take it or leave it. It would be funny to do an accents game. So, like, get someone from EU, get someone from North America, get anyone, like, get someone from, like, who's, like, just in try and, like, get everybody to speak in one accent and then have, like, you know what I mean? So everybody tries to do a British accent for, like, a couple things, and then everybody tries to do an American accent, and then everybody tries to do, like, other accents. It would be really funny to hear Nightwing try to do an American accent. It would probably be really funny for them to hear like me or Diab or Jasp try to do a British accent.
Well, you know, you
What
see,
would be an American accent though? I mean,
you see how
I'm kind of lost on that one.
see how like British actors, how you know they end up like having that American accent when they act. Like they say how in the script they have to type, the script writers have to type it out differently, so have to pronounce it the way how we would say it in the American accent.
Right.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
That would be kind of
Right.
interesting. That'd be really interesting. I'm just curious. It would be funny to see a JAWA accents matchup.
well,
Challenge accepted.
well,
Challenge accepted.
well. Next episode is supposed to be Nightwing hosting with you, Jazzy.
Oh, me.
Yeah, and then Jasp and Iron Skull requested to be on an episode with you because they've never been on an episode with you.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
now Jasp is in the episode, but he'll be on the next one as well with you too.
This was an
Oh,
excellent.
This was a dreadful accident. Jasp is
Iron Skull.
somehow-
See, that's gonna be another really old timers episode. I feel like the podcast is turning into the old folks' home with
the
JAWA.
retirement home.
It's the retirement home.
Which is kind of ironic.
I'm
'cause
down.
once you-
Honestly, that's great. That's fantastic.
I'm picking up a bit of irony here because once you retire from JAWA, you're not allowed on the podcast. But when you're on the podcast, you're supposed to be retired in a retirement.
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
I'm a bit confused here right
When
now.
you retire from JAWA, you're required to join the podcast.
And talk bad about them kids. Get off my lawn.
That would be cool though, to also do an episode of just retired members who wanted to come back and speak. That would be kind of cool to see if
Yeah.
anybody would be interested. Anyway, whatever. I'm just brainstorming. I don't want to buy more time.
I like it. I like it.
Quick, buy more time. Not just kidding.
We need more time. We barely have any left.
Let's talk about, I saw on the layout you had a Nook mention for participation award.
Oh, we're gonna get to that right now. I have to. This
Okay.
is actually gonna go in order, okay?
Oh, wow. Okay, let's do it.
Okay,
Come
so
on, we gotta be organized.
yeah,
Wait, order? What the
law and
frick is
order.
Let's do it.
Haven't
Alright.
heard of either one.
So this next one is basically a bunch of things just bunched up into one section because, you know, why not?
Yeah,
Rapid fire away.
Well,
I'm down.
it could be rapid fire, or you guys can just talk about it. So, I'm gonna do both the two top ones in the same time. So, the JAWA Art Showcase number 11 was released, as well as the post issue number 77. So, two things from basically two media clubs.
What's a media club?
You know, media, like
Oh,
arts,
wait a minute.
reading, even us for media, but
Yeah, I know. Just
So-
poking around because we're in one.
Yes.
I would
So,
just ask everyone to check those out.
Yeah, I actually looked at them.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that the Showcase 11's got a bit more attention, even if it is like McFish coming in and asking me what I used to record my videos and whatnot. But it was actually nice to see Fish make an appearance in post.
Yes, definitely. I forgot. He was something else. He was important. I forgot about him. McFish, cheers.
Thumbs up, brother.
I miss McFish on the podcast. I still remember when he got fed up with Starkiller interrupting, he banned him from speak during the episode.
I wish I was there.
That was one of the greatest moments ever.
That would have probably broken me right there.
It broke me and Nightwing. It's just during that episode nobody saw the breaking point of me and Nightwing for that. That was one of my most heavily edited episodes, actually, due to how the audio was being so bad for both me, Nightwing, and McFish. So, moving on from these two ones, we had a double participation award given out both to Anook and Chemist.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are very well deserved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anook has been. I mean, she's always been very active and present in the JAWA community, but I think recently also she's taken a really big interest in improving her dueling skills, and she's already improved a lot. And like, it's really cool to see someone like that who's been around for so long, like, then now start to explore a different aspect of the game and the clan, which is that's really cool. So definitely props. Yeah, she challenged me to Power 10 today. It was very cool. It was impressive. Very, very cool.
Very brave to be challenging you.
Eh.
What do you mean? And you just maul people down with your duels.
I actually I did 2 challenges today, and I didn't use duels in a single duel.
Wait,
You would have if
single?
I've showed up.
Yeah, well, that's different though. That would have been about pride.
Damn right it would.
I can only take you on, Jazzy, if you're using single. I can't beat your duels. I have no idea how to counter them right now. I remember in the past
You
when you
haven't
were still
played
getting...
in so long.
Doesn't mean I still can't duel after a few losses. It's kind of like...
Yeah, I don't know. I've been using actually mostly staff recently. I've been trying to practice a lot of staff stuff. Been talking to some masters on KR and a couple people on JAWA. It's interesting because there was such a heavy staff meta like a year ago. So many people use staff, and now no one uses staff and everybody's using duels. It's really interesting how that kind of stuff
I
evolves.
still use staff, Jazzy.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there are people who use staff. I mean, your staff has always been cool and super unique to Diop, which is very cool.
Mm-hmm. I don't think many people would like using the way how I use it.
I don't think most people would be able to use it effectively because it's so unique to you and you've made it work for you. It's one of those situations, I follow Super Smash Bros. Melee a lot, and one of the main players in that game is a Samus main. He's one of the best Samus mains in the world, and his name's Duck. But he uses the character super unconventionally and super and he tells everybody don't try to play Samus the way I do because it's actually really dumb. It just works for me because I've used it for so long. And I'm not saying the way you use staff is dumb. I'm just I'm just saying.
Yeah, I understand. It's
You know what I mean?
It's one of those things you understand the mindset to it, but
Right.
the other people probably won't. That's why.
Right, the you've crafted the saber to your style rather than crafted your style to the saber, which I think is respectable. And I try to be that way with duels too,
Yeah, yours is unique in the way how I look at it as a berserker just coming at you nonstop.
I'm all about that style, dude. I don't care about the win.
And I remember I dueled it back when my staff was still pretty good. It was almost I compared it to a berserker taking on like a ninja basically. like someone's continuing hitting you and the ninja's just trying to like dodge and block and trying to find that opening to strike.
Yeah, I think duels are really my art sabers. Like I play them for art. Like I play them like I want to look like I'm doing some insane dance or like some performance when I'm playing duels. Like the win or the loss is kind of irrelevant. Granted, obviously I don't want to lose, but I value style over efficiency with duels. Whereas like when I was like, well, so then when I have to play duels efficiently, like if like for example in the JAWA League, like I got eliminated by Stardy. Granted, he's Stardy and he's really good, but like it's hard to maintain your composure when you're like forcing yourself to fight for a different purpose, you know, because usually I'm just fighting to be as sick as possible rather than to win, whereas like in a league it's like, oh crap, like I actually need to win, so like that mental block has been kind of screwing with me lately. That's why I went single and staff for these Power 10 challenges, and I did overwhelmingly better than when I did duels, which is kind of interesting because I still feel like I'm better with duels than with my other sabers, but my mental game is stronger with the other sabers.
Yeah, actually, like I agree too. Like I can use all three too, but for me, my mental, like I guess for me, like I know I can use it is more like single and staff. Like duels for me, even though those used to be my like main sabers like years ago, it's like this thing now. It's like it feels too aggressive for me. Well,
yeah, I feel that.
And it only works for people who can like basically pick it up and be like, yeah, I like being aggressive basically. But for me, it's more about taking a step back and observing how the other person fights and then just completely countering them, even if it is aggressive countering as well.
It's funny you say that because actually duels are, to play them at frame perfect, like max efficiency, you have to be the most defensive with duels of any other saber.
Yeah, which is weird. To me, I look at duels as this weird, you're everything at the same time. Like,
well, yeah, your defense is your offense with duels, basically. Because you can parry everything and then chip off small HP.
For me, I look at staff and I'm like, its offense is kind of its strongest defense, but what I like to do is I like to kind of be more defensive with it. I like to be like what I like to do with my staff is I like to irritate you. I want you to be frustrated at the fact that you can't hit me, but I can hit you.
Right.
And it's not like one of those like hit. It's just like hit once, move back, and be like, well, you tried to hit me, but I hit you and got out.
Right, definitely. I think staff caters well to that playstyle too because it's such a what do you call it? It's the most effective in passing, you know.
But it's probably because I know that style so much when I'm using single, I can actually counter it because I understand how, you know, the mindset is for it.
Yeah, for me, single is like vegetables. Like, I have to play a certain amount of single in order to feel healthy. I don't know, something about single saber is like fundamental to the game. Like, because, right, Jedi Academy comes from Jedi Outcast, right? And Jedi Outcast is all single saber. So, like, the single saber mechanics are going to be the most refined and the most true, I think, to the way duels should be had in Star Wars, even on JA+, where the damages are different. So, like, having a good single foundation, I think, is really important to be good with any other saber. And also, most people use single, so like even if you are a dually main or a staff main, knowing how single works is critical to your success.
Yeah, and I guess the unique thing is single is actually, as much as other sabers can counter it, single can just counter you back just as hard.
Right, it's the most balanced. It can be defensive, aggressive, whatever.
Like for me, I actually hate doing staff versus staff or duels versus duels or like duels versus staff. To me, like my style is based on countering single.
Yeah, for sure.
Single,
I think that definitely gets you somewhere.
Yeah, my single is based on countering all three.
Right.
It's just that if my single can't beat your single, that'll take out my staff, which I usually consider better than my single in countering.
Right, it's like your counter pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, my single is all about dying.
That's deep, man.
Oh, well.
Don't choose death, Pepsi. You have to choose life every time you're fighting.
No, you just gotta choose style, man.
Yeah, you gotta get those style points in.
You gotta style so hard that even if you lose, they feel like you've won.
Gotta get triple S.
Man,
that's
if only I were
the goal.
as cool as him.
I might be able to beat him, but damn.
Which is funny because in Melee I have the opposite approach. Like, in Melee my approach is to play as lame as possible until they get tilted and then to just punish.
Yeah, I have that feeling for using melee. What I like to do is I like to just continuously kick you down and try to keep dodging the entire time.
I'm at Super Smash Bros. Melee, but yes.
But actual melee and like Jedi Academy. You know how
Yeah, definitely.
you know when you kick somebody down and they're about to jump up and you're able to kick them down immediately.
That's why you gotta.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's even better. That's why staff is an even better fit for you because you get those kicks.
I don't know. I don't really use the kick so much. I find them as a hindrance because it's more of a
Yeah,
troll
it's pretty
thing
dumb.
to do.
Yeah, it's true. The most trolly staff plays are really fun to fight. Like like the fan butterfly, then foot of doom, back to fan butterfly, foot of doom. Like it's really fun. I really like fighting them. It's really funny to watch single users get super tilted when they fight those people. But I think it's really fun. I mean, I understand how it can be tilting. Like it's so frustrating. But
I'll admit, if I see somebody who's not that good at single and I'm using staff, I will kick them down just for the hell of it because it's hilarious that I can get away with it.
yeah. Well, the best thing to do is to kick someone down and not punish it. Just to be like, ha, I got you.
I don't hit people down if I kick them down or anything. I let them. I'm just basically like, well, you just let that happen.
Yeah, it's really funny. That's like the most, that like screws with their heads so hard when you like clearly put them in a position where you can just kill them, but you choose to spare them. Like,
That's messing with a mind, man. That's messing.
Yeah. I usually don't play that way, but I know people who do, and it's really funny.
I will say in free for alls, Iron Skull hates me back then because back then in free for alls I used to flip kick him constantly just because I could because he couldn't counter my flip kicking.
Yeah, I remember there was this dude. Oh, what was his name? Oh, he used to be in JAWA. It was like a 4-letter name. He always played Morgan Katarn. What's his name? Oh, I can't remember. There's been so many JAWAs. I'm so bad with names.
Yeah, I mean, going off of Morgan Katarn is not enough.
Yeah, no, but what was his name though?
4-letter name.
He was like, he joined after us and left before us, but he was in a clan for like over a year. Only used single. He would flip kick constantly, but he was really good at flip kicking. Anyway, if I remember, I'm sorry, whoever you are, if you're listening, that I don't remember your name, but that was the first person I encountered that like really utilized flip kicks, and then I got so tilted losing a couple times, and then I was just like, wait, I have to learn how to beat this. And then afterwards, it became a lot more fun. I forgot his name. It's so frustrating. All right. Whatever.
It is frustrating now too because now even I don't know. Quick.
Thinking here, but
Somebody look at the member list. Tell us.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it.
Well, while Jazzy's doing that, we're gonna move on and top this huge list.
Do it.
Alright, so the Galactic Hub was pulled apart recently, which is, the Alliance request form and the clan spotlight stuff and whatnot. Basically, Link got rid of it all because it was all obsolete, and he threw all the posts from the spotlight and Alliance requests into the Jedi Academy discussion forum.
That makes sense.
Yeah, which left two forums after that, which was, the clan matches and events and the Jedi Academy discussion. So clan matches and events were moved back into the clan section, and then the JA discussion was moved back into the community section. So
Yeah, I think you'll find actually.
Ezra! It was Ezra.
Oh.
I don't remember that person.
That guy. Yep, there it is. Good old Morgan. Oh, I promoted him to Padawan. Anyway, yeah.
I wouldn't be able to remember anybody I promoted because it was so few people. Actually, if you think about it, even though it was so few people, I would remember, but I don't because I never promoted people.
Yeah, I can't really remember the people I promoted either. Mostly because I've never promoted anyone, but you know.
But I actually forgot to like I keep forgetting each time I get my guardian rank up. I keep forgetting that you were the one who gave me it, Jazzy.
I gave you Guardian?
Yeah, apparently at
Wow.
one of the birthdays ones you promoted me to guardian.
Huh.
I was like, apparently Jazzy gave me guardian.
That's funny.
And that was like just a few months before I got council too.
Yeah, because I don't remember promoting you because I feel like you got council fairly soon after I did.
Yeah, and then after that we both
Oh,
stepped
that's
down
right.
top the same day.
That's right. There it is. Guardian from Jazzy.
I don't even really remember that day because I can't remember if it was you who actually gave it to me or if Link did it. I forget because I don't know. Maybe someone made a mistake, but I'm just assuming it was you.
No, it was me. I like vaguely remember it. Because I didn't promote a whole bunch of people, but the ones I did, I do kind of vaguely remember. I'm still on the quest to have the longest rank of history ever. I'm trying to get
God.
this. I want to get.
Do you want to continue to go in and out of retirement because that'll also do it too.
No, I don't want to do that because retirements is like too easy to get. It's too easy. It doesn't feel like, it has to be like council, master, council, lord, council, master, lord, council, master. I have my current is it's a lead council, disciple, master, council, lord, council, master, retirement master.
Stop being a show off, Jazzy. It's those style points, damn it.
It's all about that style.
You know,
I think Xantos still has the best though.
though I believe when it comes to getting council and stepping down and getting it again, I think nobody has beaten Pod in that yet.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Maybe
Oh, but
Yobi
man,
would do it.
Xantos has got the greatest one. Knight, council, left, disciple, council, senator, council, lord, left, lord, removed, initiate, Padawan, adept, council, leader, lord, retirement. That's like, man, that is art right there. That's beautiful.
amazing.
That's basically saying he's been in prominent positions his entire time.
Yeah, there was a middle time where he came back and he was initiate, Padawan, adept, council.
Well, he's Xantos.
Yeah, that's true. It's like Nightmare was like that too, right?
I think if Nightmare was very active again and everything, he could easily get council again.
No, I'm saying like Nightmare was really low rank, then he got council because of
Well,
his
a
history.
lot of people are like that too. I notice. Nowadays, people are like that too. Like for a lot of new councils, like they're just though. To be fair, we have removed some ranks. So
Yeah, there's so much less ranks than there used to be.
I don't know. For me, my mind, even though I know, like my mindset's still stuck in the past. Like when we had all these ranks.
I like it better with less ranks, I think. I mean, maybe that's only because I haven't had a really an official rank change in like 5 years, but I think it's just better for the community not to have a lot of ranks.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I agree.
It's
Especially
4 and
since
4.
this is a time-based rank up system.
Right. So it's like adding more ranks to a time-based rank up system only adds things.
Because remember,
Okay.
initially it was initiate to guardian with all the old ranks used to take about a year and a half to achieve.
I think it still takes the same amount of time. Oh no, it takes about a year, a little over, well, around a year to get guardian. So I guess that is substantially faster, but it's harder to get master now.
Oh, yeah, because you have to do
You have to do everything.
yeah, you have to do everything.
You have to do all the trials.
You have to do all the silent trials just before unlocking the elite trials.
One of the requires. I think so, right? That's how it works. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you have to do all the
That's
silent trials.
nuts.
The elite
Wow.
trials.
first person to achieve master that way will get my utmost respect.
I was going to go and try to get master and everything, but I just don't like, it's not worth it to me right now. I'm not in the right mindset to do
There's
it.
also so much that you have to do.
Yeah, you have to get into that mindset of I'm ready to do this. And plus, if you fail a trial, a silent trial, you gotta wait like a month before you can do it again.
Yeah.
Well, I hear like elite, but at least not with elite trials. If you fail just one, that's the only one you have to take again.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I think overall it will take a person, I would say, at least a year to get to master if they constantly are able to do the trials. I would think.
I would say more, because before you get master right, you have to get lord.
Do you still? I thought
I think
I thought it's just trials now. Lord is just a replacement for. It's just Lord
Oh.
is now disciple and Lord fused together.
Well, when you step down, it's not that way, because if you step down, if you step down from council, there was a big like case on me when I stepped down from council after the rank change. It was like because I was a trial master and because I had passed the elite trials previously, I was given master when I stepped down instead of lord, because lord is like disciple and lord put together, but
Mhm.
Lord is kind of out. Lord turned into retirement, kind of, and then disciple and Lord are sort of synonymous now, and then Master is still the same as it was before, basically.
Yeah, I remember that because I think they initially gave you Lord, and then we were like, wait, you should get Master because you were a Master's higher than it.
Because it has more prerequisites than Lord. I think that's the only reason why.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
not only
whatever.
that, you did everything needed in the past to get it, so it's like you should always be able to fall back into that rank after stepping
I guess
down.
so. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's whatever.
I mean, unless you're willing to retake the elite trials again, type of thing,
Yeah, I mean, at this point for me, it's more like I'm not like in JAWA to do JAWA things as much as I am to do my things as a JAWA. So if the ranks change again, I would probably just stay with whatever I was given.
Yeah, I've basically given up on trying to get counsel again and everything. Like, I've basically just fallen back on doing the podcast forever as long as I possibly can.
Yeah. We're all dusty ancients here.
Look at us, we're crumbling as we speak.
All we are is dusty.
Speaking of ancients, though, Fox has been
What?
found.
Ah, I'm so
What?
confused.
Fox
Oh yeah, Fox. He was a true ancient.
Yeah, Fox has returned as a retired member.
Yeah, I saw him on the other day. It's cool.
Yeah, you want to talk about one of the truest of ancients, just like Jasp here, Fox.
Yeah, Fox he's the dustiest.
Not sure, did he?
But he
Did he
keeps
jump before I did?
he keeps that title. He keeps that blue master title.
Oh,
He was the master of blue stance. I'll still remember the day. I remember he beat Helena in a league once, only using blue stance, and I was just like, "Wow, you are a legend." Like,
Even though he probably wasn't even taking it serious.
well, that's probably why he won,
Yeah.
because he was just
Fox
trying to have fun. And
I know his Fox doesn't take things seriously.
I mean, dude, that's the best way to live your life, I think, is to not take yourself too seriously. I mean, it's to take what you do seriously, but not to take yourself seriously. And he's always been a master of that.
It's probably why he's able to use blue so effective because it's the what, I'm not even going to take this seriously type of stance.
Yeah.
Fox kind of outranks me here. I checked. He was first time he became an initiate to JAWA was April 22nd, 2006. That's
10 years ago? That's nuts. More than
that's
10.
a few months. It's a few months before I did.
Wow.
Pop up. So
Don't worry, Jazzy, we'll be 10 years soon.
Oh my god. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I don't know
what's your
either.
age?
Well, Link has already reached that, right? By a long shot.
by a long shot. He's like 12 years.
Who else has done? Who else has really been in the clan? Helena is not 10 years, right? She's 9.
Yeah, she,
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, she's on 8 years actually, or almost 9 years.
Yeah,
No, it is 9 years.
she's gonna be 10, I think. She joined in like
No, she.
08.
Oh yeah, no.
Or
You're
was it
right.
07?
She joined in 07. So it is 9 years. Yeah. No, Jasp is right. On March 2nd, it will be 10 years.
Damn.
That should be a medal. Honestly, that should be a true medal right there. If it's not already,
It should
Council
be a
should
trophy.
get on that. Yeah, that should be some serious thing. Who else?
I know another reason to get a medal.
I don't think anybody else has been in for 10 years straight without leaving.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's just Link and soon to be Helena. That's pretty impressive.
I mean,
Gotta throw a party.
yeah,
That means
like,
people in 4th grade right now, the entirety of their life, these people have been in JAWA.
Stop making us all feel old.
What do you mean? This is a retirement house now.
Don't make me throw my pinchers at you.
My hip!
Speaking of the trials, though, the both leaders passed the Scion trial.
Yeah.
Nightwing
That's
passed the Jedi trial, so now Nightwing's officially a Jedi.
Yeah.
Our leader is a Jedi.
But
And Link passed the
Link,
Padawan trial.
yeah, and Link passed the Padawan trial, so Link is officially a
Officially a
Padawan learner.
Padawan. That's amazing.
So, Nightwing's the Jedi and Link is his Padawan.
I was commentating the last JAWA League, and Link's style is so iconic. I just love watching Link fight.
Link's style is so like traditional, basically.
It's
like one of those
exactly.
old
It's super
school-
old school,
and
but it's
I
still
love it
so
too.
fun to watch.
And it works. I mean,
Yeah, like he can still beat like a lot of people.
yup.
I mean, I think a lot of our styles are more old school than anything still, but some of us pick up new things every now and then, so it's more of a progressive old school style.
Yeah, I don't think Jasp's style can be even classified as any. It's just him. It's him.
Yeah.
Like, I would say the same about you too. Like, I wouldn't say your staff is old school. I would say that your staff is
I'm
unique
not
to
talking about
you.
my single though. I think my single is like very.
Oh
old
yeah,
school.
definitely. Yeah, I would say that. My single is like some weird combination of old school.
I
and new school.
remember like years ago when I was like earlier in JAWA, I remember someone telling me like my style like almost like mirrored Link's a bit, like it was like old school
Yeah.
aspect.
Yeah,
It's
that
one of
makes
those
sense
hit
to me.
hard and not afraid to get hit back because you're hoping you hit harder.
Yeah.
But now,
That's the goal, right?
But I like recently, Jazz, where you've been retiring and stuff, like a few months ago, I started like I guess actually like consciously adding poking back in and everything to my style.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, dude, you should get on the server and play sometime.
Yeah,
Been training.
against your staff and single, not your duos. I'm not prepared for duos.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, my mental game is much stronger with my staff and single, even though I can do more stuff with
Oh
duels.
my god, remember when you were learning how to be good with single and I kept destroying you in the
Oh yeah, that was amazing. That was like, I think it was like 12 and 1 on that one map. It was on FFA 5. It was on Taskbear. It was like the first week that I picked up single.
Yeah, so
And
everybody...
we dueled like 15 times and I only won like 1 or 2 duels.
So basically to everybody out there who like see how Jazzy's really good and everything, I was probably the main person in the past that destroyed him when he was trying to get better.
It's either you or Robin. Those are the two that have defeated me the
But
most.
let's be honest here, Robin can still destroy both of us.
I can go even with Robin most of the time.
Robin will always be able to destroy me because he knows my styles inside and out. So, I base my styles over his styles, so he knows how to counter it.
If he is at full potential and I'm not completely focused, he will destroy me. That's true. But like, if we're both going at it super hard and racing, like I truly feel like it would go either way between me and him. The people that destroy me constantly are like Stardy and Water.
Well, that's a given. Those two.
Stardy more than Water, but I think Water. Honestly, I think Water's style, especially with single, is a little bit more refined and a little bit. I don't want to say better, but against me, it's a little better. No, not against me. Sorry, against most people, it's a little better. But because Stardy has all of that dually experience, he can just take apart my duels stronger than anyone I know. But the one person who is just immeasurably better than me on JA plus damages that I literally just can't because the thing is, even Stardy, like, he'll win way more than I'll win, but occasionally I'll be able to take some games off of him, whereas like, I don't know if you guys know Shake, but Shake literally, like,
Oh yeah.
even in the couple times in history that I've ever beaten Shake, like, it's still been like, it's felt like luck more than anything. It's like that. I don't know. I'm just curious. It's interesting too because it's like there's no quantifiable best player, right? Because everybody's going to be better and worse against everyone else in different ways. So it's like you can't really say this person is the best, right? Because someone
There's always
else.
someone to counter him.
Someone else will counter that, right?
There's always a bigger fish.
Yep.
It's basically what I like saying. It's like, there's always someone better than you. So like, there's always a bigger fish than you that's more dominant.
Right. I mean, but then there's a fish that's dominant over that bigger fish, and you might actually be better against that fish, right?
Well, yeah,
so it's like
it's kind of it's a
triangles.
weird thing. It's one of those things like even though you're a smaller fish, you might be able to still take on even a bigger fish than the other bigger fishes can.
Right.
It's just maybe you have something over the other person does. That's basically how it is in terms of style.
Right. I think a good example in the past couple weeks for my Power 10 thing, I'm trying to get back to that number 1 spot just before Water and Stardy enter.
You need to defend that spot.
I need to stay. I need to get it before they enter. It's like like an example is like I challenged Jacoby last week and lost 1-4 to him, but then Nightwing beat him, and then I beat Nightwing 4-1. So it's just like, it's like, there you go, triangle. Like, Jacoby beats me, but I beat Nightwing, but Nightwing beats Jacoby. So it's just like...
I give Nightwing a lot of credit. He's improved a lot.
Oh my god, yeah. I think Nightwing, I would even go as far as saying Nightwing is probably top 10 in the whole clan as far as dueling.
I started dueling him, like, seriously with my single, and I'm like, my god, he's actually making me having to really try here because he's not letting up type of thing.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's gotten so much better.
We used to duel like in the at night for me, which were the mornings for him, and we used to go back and forth every day type of thing. Like that much better, like, to the point it's like, wow, I really need to start focusing more.
You know who's really good too is this guy Seth. I don't know if you know Seth. But Seth is actually a very good player.
You're making me want to get back into this and start getting all the rust off. I was on yesterday and I was like getting that itch that I want to duel people, but then I'm just like, you know what, maybe next time.
Lazy bum.
Well, no, because I was watching Nightwing destroy people who are, I guess, not that skilled. And I'm like, Nightwing. I was close to saying, Nightwing, pick on someone your own size. I was gonna challenge him. It's like, Nightwing, I gotta put you in your place.
I'd love to watch.
Oh, that's not happening.
I'd love to watch that actually. That would be really cool. To see you versus Nightwing.
Oh yeah, we've done it many times. It's the fact that I think even through dueling me those times, Nightwing got even better because he understood like when I strike and stuff. I guess people use dueling other people as like experience in fighting other people. So it's like, oh, they're doing this. I already know how to counter this. It's like it's like dueling Robin all the time. If Robin destroys you, you find it a bit easier because you already know what it feels like to be completely decimated.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Though for me, I don't know. I'm one of those people. I like being completely beaten in duels because I learn more from defeat than victory.
Right. Yeah, I think in general that's the case. You learn more from losing and winning as long as you don't get emotional when you lose. Like, because the thing is, if you get frustrated and it's like, oh god, and you rip all your clothes off and start screaming.
Wait, what? Rip all your clothes off?
After,
God damn it, I knew he was naked.
then you're not gonna learn anything. But like,
Well, you learn how to quickly take your clothes off, apparently. That's a given.
or maybe
Probably
just
rip
how to
away
efficiently
clothing.
rip. Yeah.
See, I knew I wasn't the only one.
But yeah,
I got wrecked. Jasp
I
just
will-
killed me. We're on the server right now. Jasp just like kicked me down and destroyed me while I was
But
on
I
ground.
will admit, with Robin, we both have gotten emotionally frustrated with each other when we're dueling.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know, I still take what I learned from being destroyed from him, though, you know, type of thing.
I think you'd be surprised. You'd probably do better against him than you think you would.
Yeah. He tells me like my style is really good. It's just that I'm just fighting him, basically, is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And he just knows how to completely counter it because I base my style off of him, and all he has to do is just switch up a little bit and be like, here, counter to your style.
Yeah.
But he's taught me things too. What he's done to counter my style, like I do things too. When people beat me over and over again, I start doing the things that he did to me. I start timing things differently, throw them off. You know.
I mean, honestly, he's one of those people that I feel like when his pride is not at stake, or when he's not trying to prove something, he fights so well. Like when he doesn't care, when he's trying not to care so much, he fights the best. And when the second he starts to really try to win is the second that he starts losing. And like that's what makes him such an amazing teacher, because when he's in a position of teaching, he can share so much knowledge with you that's like super constructive. Like there's obviously been times in the past where he hasn't played for like months, you know, and I've been playing like every day, and then like so obviously like in a 1v1 duel, like I'll be less rusty than him so I can win, but like his insight even in those situations is super valuable and always like the most helpful thing.
Yeah, I'm like my staff will not work against Robin anymore because I know Robin's single style all too well that mentally I'm no longer on defense. I'm constantly on offense because I know how to counter him.
Yeah,
But he
yeah, that's
uses
the
that.
thing.
But he uses that against me. So in the end, I'm like my staff is at a disadvantage against him now because I can't get out of that mindset that I know him all too well type of thing.
Hmm.
So that's why like
Yeah,
now I have to
definitely.
use my single against him, even though it's kind of predictable in him. But I try to use that against him being predictable.
Yeah, that's true.
We've been on this thing for skill for quite a while now, like way quite a while. And
Is
we
there
can talk
anything
For a
about
else?
podcast.
we can talk about this after the episode. I guess I'll head on the
Yeah,
server
yeah.
after too. But the JAWA honors, everybody. Don't forget to vote. If you're
Vote. It's
yeah.
so important to vote.
Yeah, if you're a member, you are by default required. If not, you might get removed or something because they do that in the past, you know, because that's like saying you're completely inactive. But if you are completely inactive and you don't vote, yeah, you likely will be removed.
Yeah, everybody should vote.
But yeah,
I'm still in the tell everybody to vote mode because of the election, but
yeah, vote. It closes on December 3rd, but if you do it quickly, then he can move things along quicker.
Yep.
yeah, and honestly, the JAWA honors are some of the best things in the clan. I think it's one of the features that have stuck with us for so many years. It's really cool, and like, it gives everybody a chance to like to name other people that like to single out other people that are like meaningful to them.
Did you win a few in the past?
I've never won a single JAWA honor, but I vote
I
vote
won.
every time.
I won my first last year, which was for Club Member of the Year.
The only one I've ever come close to winning is most skilled, but with Water and Stardy around, it's not looking good.
Well, we
I think
must
the one
ask.
for
We must ask Xanatos to return.
Honestly, I don't think he could touch them right now, because the game has changed so much since he's been active. You know, so he'd have to relearn the whole meta. It would take him a good like year probably to get to that level, or maybe less, maybe like 6 months, but still.
Anyway, let's stay away from skill. If not, this is going to be a 2-hour podcast.
Yeah. Sorry, I could talk for hours.
I know. I can too, and that's why it's just been you and me dominating this entire episode. Pepsi
yeah,
over here.
no, I
Poor
was supposed to
Pepsi.
be a random guest, but I'm just sitting in my corner here.
God, who knew me and Jazzy would dominate the episode?
Yeah, it's kind of a reunion. It's been a while.
Yeah. So this is the last thing before we sign off. The next two episodes, 5 and 6. So for episode 5, Nightwing will be returning to host again. So prepare for a potential kill fest again of Nightwing or Iron, because Iron's going to be on there again.
Nice.
Jazzy's going to be there.
Yeah, I'll
And
be
as
chilling.
well as
Maybe.
Jazz.
We're gonna try to kill Jazzy that time.
Well,
Uh-oh.
I think
Challenge
it's hard.
accepted.
No, I'm going to say it right now. It's going to be impossible to break Jazzy.
What are you
Challenge
talking about?
accepted.
Of laughter to the point that you can't breathe and whatnot.
Oh.
I think that's impossible to do.
Nothing is impossible if you just.
I'm trying to think who the characters would be.
But the episode will be recorded in around like late November or early December.
I'll be down.
Cool. Sounds good.
And as for episode 6, which will be the last episode of 2016, I'll be hosting, but I have no idea who's going to be on it right now. I'll just say right now, I don't know. I'm going through options and whatnot.
I'll set up some fireworks.
But I don't want to get people's hopes up, but I might do a 2 to 3 this pure guest episode. I might choose 3 people who have never been on, or just like
Do a retired members episode.
Well, I will say this. I don't want to get both of these people's hopes up, but I remember telling them in the past I might bring them on with me, and they can probably talk about whatever they want, which would be Aya and Legion.
Oh, wow.
I want to be in on that.
And if I do that, I might regret that more than this last episode that I recorded.
I deny everything.
But yeah, I don't know. There's still the potential just Nightwing Link, in it with me again, like how we usually do things, and then Link kills Nightwing, and that's the usual formula.
That also works.
Link
Yeah.
is funny.
But yeah, that episode will most likely be recorded shortly after episode 5 or like mid-December, because late December, that's like Christmas, New Year's. Nobody will be available during that.
Not likely, no.
And as for the release dates for these both episodes right now, no idea. I gotta get them recorded first.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, at
That's-
least the first one recorded first, and then I can decide from there.
Alrighty.
Yep, that is it, everybody. We will
Sounds
see
good.
you. Yeah, Jazzy said it already.
I don't think we'll see much, because we're not really seeing much from the podcast. I mean, it's not like we got an open window here that we can use to